Was a pretty exciting video I've been waiting to make. Recently, cannabis stocks have been going back up, especially here, ones that are based in America. And I'm going to kind of get into it, why that is, and what could be happening. So right here, I have a map of the United States, obviously, and it just kind of breaks down each state and kind of where they are in the process. I think I counted 20 or 21 of these dark green states, which is legalized. And then you have your states like you have basically the whole West Coast. Colorado, a lot of New England up here, New York, Virginia. So I would think, um, I'm not sure, Texas and Florida aren't in this, obviously, full legalized, but more than half the population of the United States lives in a state where it's legalized. So that's over 160 million people, I think. And then it kind of follows the same thing with every state. So, obviously, we started from nothing. Um, and states kind of work on this, going up. Like, okay, CBD, decriminalized, medical, decriminalized, and finally legalized. So, like saying that, I wouldn't be surprised if in the next 2 to 4 years, Florida legalizes marijuana. Then that just adds another state. Um, if we don't get to that point, and it's going to be federally legal probably here in the next at least 10 years, I would say. It'd be nice if it was sooner, but it's just been a slow kind of upward crawl. So yeah, that's just the states and kind of where we're at. This is just a map I searched up. You can just look it up. Legalization of marijuana in the United States. Take this article with a grain of salt 'cause it's from marijuanamoment.net. But it does talk about Biden officials talking about marijuana and kind of where they're at with that. I know one of the things of the Democratic Party is trying to legalize marijuana, federally legalize it, so it's legal in all 50 states. That's been a big push, and whatever side you agree on with politics, that's great. But what that has to do with the stock market is this is stock ticker MO, and what they have been doing recently, they are interested in cannabis and getting into that sector. Um, they are a tobacco company mainly. I can kind of show you here what their operating companies have under. Um, this is Marlboro. I'm not familiar with a lot of these. I don't smoke cigarettes, but I'm assuming a lot of them are cigarettes, basically based off of this. That's cigarettes for them. This is more dip, chew. I know Copenhagen's a big one. The little packets people shake and put them in. Another one, I think this one's more cigars. Yeah, cigars, pipe tobacco. So basically, tobacco, nicotine, stuff like that. That's what they're in. They're not really invested into cannabis, but I do see them kind of going toward that direction, and I'll show you here in a second why. Um, I think I like to think cigarettes and stuff like that are a dying thing for how bad they are for you. Um, and they're going to realize that obviously as a company and it's kind of turn the gear a switch. As you can see here, this is Enjoy is more I think it was Odd Vapes, e-vapor, so the little vapes which are more popular with people my age, younger, and kind of 30s, early 40s, whatever. So they definitely realize that the changing market's going to be like, hey, we need to kind of shift gears and head toward this way if you want to stay relevant. And they do have a page on their website about cannabis, and they kind of just talk about how they want to make sure everything is squeaky clean, good to go federally before they go to that sector. And I think when they do go to that sector, instead of getting into it themselves, meaning like them going the route of basically streamlining it themselves, I think they're going to buy out a company that's already in the market and kind of base it off that, if that makes sense. And I'll get more into that here in a second. This is what I want to tell you about. So not many American-based cannabis companies are tradable on all brokers. So this is something. It's an ETF. It takes, I think, the top, like three of the top five um, cannabis companies here in America. And I think they're probably gonna trend upward if this gets approved federally. So this would be something I would be looking at or investing in. As you can see, recently, the past month or so, it's been going up, trending in the right direction. Cannabis stocks have been known to be shorted. I know 4 or 5 years ago when Canada first legalized it, a lot of their stocks that were Canadian-based companies popped off, but have since kind of gone downhill and in the gutter. But I think especially with America and having over a population of 300 million, I understand not everyone's gonna partake in cannabis, but it's something that should be looked at and invested in for more than just recreational use. Medically, it has big implications for various dozens of different cancers, and the list for that goes on and on and on. But what this is, get back, go into this, is the ETF for cannabis. I'll show you the companies here. Robinhood does a good breakdown. As you can see here, it's Green Thumb, Curaleaf, and then I think it's pronounced True Leaf. Um, are some of the bigger ones in America. And it's an ETF, so it's a breakdown. It kind of shows you the kind of breakdown of each individual stock, how it all equals this. And if we go off here, actually we can go back to this one, so it's better for the eyes. I feel like an all-time high of over $50 and trading at a low of 625 right now, with recent uptrend, which is good. Like I said, if this gets legalized federally, this could be a stock to look into. Other stocks to look into would be these individual ones. If your broker offers them, I checked on Robinhood. They're not on Robinhood, and I think if you do it through TD Ameritrade, one I use too, you have to pay a commission fee, I believe, because it's not traded regularly on the Nasdaq. I'm pretty sure, 90% sure. You just have to check if you use like Fidelity or something else, Webull. But these are all individual stocks, and you can look them up. I think they're all trading between $4 to $8, the three of them. So I think like one's like 4, another one's 6, another one's 8. So they're pretty low buy-in if that's something you're interested in. And this kind of brings it back to ticker symbol MO here. If this does end up getting into the sector and they end up buying out one of these companies, that would be pretty huge in terms of stock increase and stock prices from MO and then whatever one they deal with. But yeah, this was a pretty quick video on what could be happening. Pretty exciting stuff. I'll probably pick up some shares of MSOS here, and it's kind of already diversified, which is good. So if one goes up, then the stock itself probably will go up. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys.